Good morning. I'm Nan Walsh, and I'm sure you're looking forward to this presentation as much as I'm looking forward to giving it. Down at the bottom, there's 3 logos there. That's because the 3 of us are all partners. Is there anyone from TSA here today? I thought there might be someone, but TSA, Sun and Fun, our partner in the airport, thought it was very important to give you a brief overview of the security plan for this year. And as it says right there, the main goal of this is to prevent unauthorized access north of runway 927 and to make it transparent for the folks on the south side that come through the gate. In order to do that, we've designated the area that's inside the airport fence line in the green. Green means go. So that is going to be the air show spectator area. And as we all know, in order to get into the air show spectator area, you have to have one of these mini passes that Sun and Fun works so hard to present. So those basically are the credentials for that south side of the airfield. Taking it just a little bit deeper, the air show spectator is bounded on the north side by the movement area. We all know that 927 exists up there. You can see that air traffic control has a major presence there on the north side, controlling all the movement there. We have the emergency response team both out in the campground and also at midfield. I understand there was a little bit of trouble dropping this presentation in, so if things look just a little out of line, that's what that's about. We've also added something new over by the perimeter road. We've had an access point over there for a while. This year it will be called Gate 500 or Post 500 on the east perimeter road, and that will be the vehicle traffic north side point where you can enter the north side from the south side. I think this is probably one of the most important pieces of the security program, and that is that we have law enforcement here through our emergency response team. We have Mike Green's staff of Sun and Fun volunteers and paid security personnel. We have the airport, and most of all, we have you folks, the chairmen that are out there, and their groups of people who every day keep an eye on what goes on out here. And the surveillance and patrols that you guys provide is really going to be the key to making this thing work. We know that you all know how to get a hold of law enforcement. When you're out there on your radio, you switch to the last channel, and you speak directly to the emergency dispatch that's right here on the airport. Another part of that surveillance and patrol is air traffic control, not just air traffic, but all of the FAA folks who are out here, the air show monitors, FSDO, the FAST team members, FAA safety team. And you all folks all provide surveillance and patrol out here too, and also know how to get a hold of law enforcement to go directly to the tower and let them ring down any kind of type of help which you might need. Air traffic is here, of course, from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. And I just want to remind everybody, this is the second year in a row that we will be doing this, but the airport will actually close from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. We thought that that was the safest way to handle air traffic during that period of time. And of course, if anybody needs to get in during that period of time, there will be some prior permission through the airport director himself, should anyone need to get in between those hours. Last year it worked out great, and we feel that it's a safer environment. Of course, some folks do need some north side access. There's a lot of things that go on the north side during the air show. Just a few of them, of course, air traffic control operations. The FBO brings in a lot of extra help, needs to get to the north side. We have some air show aircraft parking. This year the Thunderbirds are going to actually be parking on the south side of the field because we've opened up some extra hangar space, but there'll be other military aircraft. They're on the north side of the airport, on the north side of runway 5. We have the fireworks display areas, and we want our tenants on the north side to be able to view the air show in an open environment and enjoy aviation as they do every other day of the year. So how do you get to the north side if you need to get there? Well, as Wayne said, about 99% of you will not need any north side access at all. But for the few of you who do, we will be issuing temporary credentials as we have in the past. We'll have vehicle passes for the north side to get you through that post 500. And then we'll also have a temporary badge. And of course, if you already have a regular airport badge, as most of the Sun and Fun staff does here and most of the FBO staff, that pass will also get you through gate 500. So if you are an FAA personnel, air traffic control, and tech ops, you'll need to request these passes through me, through the airport. But if you are needing access from the south side, you can ask Wayne for help. So make your request through him, and he'll be happy to get those to us. Again, just a little bit about this gate 500. It'll be on the east perimeter road. You'll have to display your credentials to get through, both a vehicle pass and a airport badge, and then of course, if you're escorting anybody, we'll need to know that. Military air show teams will display their uniforms and their military IDs to get through the post, and there will be vehicle inspections conducted at gate 500 and some other things that go on with that. Most of you will not really be involved in that. We did feel it was important to give these security briefings. We'll be doing this throughout, leading up to the event at various briefings. If your group is getting together and you would like us to come in and present something, one of the staff members can come and do that. We can give you a little bit more thorough briefing on some of the specifics that might go on. We'll be briefing the emergency response team and, of course, the Sudden Fund security staff. There is one thing that I did not mention that I'd like to mention, and that is the airfield, this air show spectator area that we have in front of you. We have decided that it was important that we have a little more setup and breakdown time. So this year, we're actually making it a full 2-week period of time, and we'll be closing runway 523 a day early. So on Wednesday, March 21st, we'll be closing the runway, and we will not reopen it until April 5th, which is 2 Wednesdays later. That is the period of time that the security program will be in effect. If you need to get into this area during that 2-week period, you will not need any other credentials other than your Sun and Fun credentials. So should you need to access to the airport side of the fence outside those areas for some other setup, as we always know we do to get out there early, put up the fencing, put out the buildings and those types of things, you'll need to get authorization from the airport. You would do that again through Wayne or Don Huey, just as we have in years past. And those folks, most of those people who need to get out there already have badges. But just to let you know, we will be conducting a badging session this afternoon. It'll probably start right about 2 o'clock over at the terminal. If you need to do that, you probably have already been contacted if you need that access. And again, you'd have to go through Wayne to do that. But it'll be about 2 o'clock this afternoon. And one last thing, my operations staff that's been working for us this last year, they have done a fabulous job. If you need to get a hold of those guys, there was a phone number that was up here. But you can go to any gate on this airport, take a look down at the bottom, and you'll find that phone number. So if you need access through a gate, you have trouble getting through a gate, or you flew in today and can't get out of the gate when you go to leave this afternoon, please give us a call. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's truly the best of the best. Credit is due where credit is due. Nan has made the transparency transparent. She has put in a full year's work with TSA of writing and briefing and writing and briefing and rewriting and briefing to convince TSA that all of our thousands and thousands of spectators and folks on the south side of the will not be a threat to the north side of the airport. I would truly like a round of applause. She has put her heart and soul into this.